She's talking. Tell her, do you
I can't hear her.
Dile, do you have your Dile, I can hear you.
Dile tú.
Okay.
Cállate.
Pues talk. ¿Y tú? Dile, I can hear you. Préndelo.
Already did. Lloré.
Lección ser solo para encontrarte. Lección para toda la vida. Si tu vida te pide que vivió, puedo ser mejor.
No se nos hagan los panchos.
Y te quiero.
Dile que no las puedes escuchar.
I can hear nothing.
Okay. All right. Francisca,
Yes.
can you hear me now? Okay. I need you to take your mic, the little emblem, and hit the button, turn it red so that it closes it so we don't hear all your noise behind you.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Perfect. Yes. Thank you. All right. Then if you need to ask a question, you can type it or raise your hand, wave, and Ms. Stone will let us know you have a question. Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay. Welcome. I love the sunflowers. It's fun. I like it. Okay. All right. So this is Read 180. And this class is purpose. Like I teach night lit, and then I teach this class. And we're trying to help you get better at reading before you have to get into those classes like biology and chemistry and world history. Okay. So the big thing with this class is that we will actually have an online program that you will be working on. I can't put you on it today because originally we had it on these computers, but nobody can do them at home. And so we're getting, it's the same program, but we're getting a subscription, but it won't kick in for a few weeks. And then we'll be able to sign you up and then you will be doing it at home. The software program that we will be doing will have you reading and writing and recording and doing all kinds of things, okay? Then we supplement that. We do extra things in class to help with that. So when the computer says, hey, you know, they're great at this, need a little work on this, I can do some extra things with you. We will do readings, we will do writing. And so a lot of time what we're going to do is one of the classes, we will record this so that the people at home can do some of the work with us together that we do as a group. Okay. So just being aware that's how this is going to work. First thing today, though, today is all about just getting signed up for anything and everything that we need to do. Okay. So let me get this turned on and we are going to work through this together. Okay. This is a slideshow. You'll actually have access to it in a little bit in Google Classroom. So anything that's information there, you can go back and see again. All right. Turn that on. Let's move. So the first thing I want you to do is to log into your Chromebook. I bet you have been doing that all day today, haven't you? Pretty much. Log into your Chromebook, okay? If you're at home, you could also log in with us, or you can watch to see and decide if you want to do things along with us as well. Once you log into your Chromebook, go to Google, like just a regular Google page. It pops up, I think, sometimes like the Galileo page and some of your research. Go like you were just going to search for something on Google. All right? Go up to the waffle. The waffle looks like this, and it's usually in this corner right up here, okay? Right next to your name. Click on it and go to this. Well, we're first going to practice is sending an email. Those who are at home know this, and you might, as you get into this, realize that everybody has been sending you emails on how to get into things, right? Okay. Email is a wonderful way for you to contact us, okay? You would be able to send any questions about anything. What time does the football game start, Miss Stone? She'll be able to tell you, okay? To practice, though, what I need you to do is you're going to practice sending Miss Stone and myself an email, all right? So once you're on email, over your left, there's a button that says compose. You click compose. And it'll give you a little box that says to and subject and then a big empty square, right? If you have any trouble, let me know. Because I can show you on the computer. Yep, let's see. All right. That, yes, put that. You see how it gives you that box? 2 is where you put Miss Stone and myself. What's pretty funny is that sometimes when you start typing names, it'll drop down a whole bunch of people with a similar name. You can use it to actually also email friends in school, as well as any teacher, probably past if they're still teaching for the school system. Okay? So you put that, Linda Stone, Kimberly Hall. For your subject, put your name. Then in the body, the box down underneath, put your name, this class name, just read 180. Okay? And tell me 2 things I might not know about you. 2 things. Don't make it too difficult, but 2 things. I know anybody from Eastbrook? Do I have anybody from Eastbrook here? No? I had another class, no. I tell my son. My son is a teacher at Eastbrook, so I usually say that's one of the things people might not know. My son is at Eastbrook. Okay. All right. So send the email. Once you type that in, this is who it's going to. Subject is your name. In the box, your name, this class name. 2 things we may not know about you. Get where you send it. And we will receive those. Francisca, if you've done any of this online, you can just hang out with us as we go through it, okay? And if you've been waiting, that's cool. But I'm going through that first set of slides that was posted probably either this morning or last Friday. So, okay. All right, the next thing we're going to do, if you have a phone, take it out. You're welcome to take it out. You're not going to get in trouble. We use our phones in this class sometimes. I'll tell you to look something up or check something. At times, I may let you, while you're writing, listen to music on your phones. But if you're going to listen with your phone, you need to make a playlist, and it needs to be more than an hour long so that you don't have to touch your phone other than to turn it on, set it down, and leave it while you do your schoolwork. Does that make sense? Okay. So please make sure if you like to listen to music that you have made yourself a playlist in a couple of places so that you could do that. And then if I'm like, okay, you're reading silently or you're writing and want to listen to the music, you can. I just don't want to see you touching the phone once I let you start, okay? Because if I see you texting on it, then that could be a problem. Okay. So I want you in your phone to go to contacts. You're going to add me, Miss Hall, and that's my number. You're going to add Miss Stone, and that's her number. We do not call us because we won't answer it, because I won't know who you are. I'm not adding you to my contacts, okay? You're adding us. And at the end of the year, when you don't need it anymore, you can get rid of it. Okay? Now, once you add us, you're going to send both of us a text. And in the text, I simply want you to tell me your first and last name, who you are, and which class you're in. I'm in 7th period. Read 180, okay? And that way, anytime, if we end up having to all go home or something like that happens, if you have a question, you can drop us a text. Okay? And if you drop me a text, you might not remember to say, hey, this is, what I have in here. Crystal or, Francisco. Do you go by Francisco? Yes. Francisco? Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. So, I will go back down where you sent me this first text and see who you are that's talking to me. Okay. Okay. Not too much in the way. We're just doing a lot of little things like this, okay? Those of you who joined us, if you have a question, you can text a comment, and Ms. Stone will answer if I'm up here, or she will ask me for me to address it. Okay, everybody? Okay, I think. Text with your name and class name, including like if it's first period, second period, 7th period, as it is right now. Couple of quick things. Has everybody found the bathrooms that are open now? Y'all know which ones are open? So, if this is us, here, you got that middle, like when you came in the bus and you come through and it goes all the way down to the cafeteria. Right here, that's called the S, and that's where some bathrooms are open. The bathrooms in the cafeteria are open. There are 2 in there. Get one. And then if you're out here on this middle hallway, if you look going all the way down to the glass doors, there are some bathrooms right down there, and those are also open. These ones at the S are probably the closest ones to us. You need to go to the restroom. We have a sign-out sheet, and Ms. Stone will give you a little pass that we can then just throw away. Okay? While you're still working, I'm just going to share information. So, students who are attending here live, in class, in person, if you decide you still would like to now maybe go do virtual, you have the ability, you can. Your parents just have to call the school, talk to the counselor, and they can make the changes, and you can still do virtual if you would rather do that. They're also doing that in case somebody comes down sick. If they're sick and they have to quarantine for 2 weeks, you would do all your classwork virtual. So anyway, okay? A few other things, we will have fire drills. Okay, so as we get close to fire drills, we'll talk about those. When you leave this room, you walk out the door, please returning to the right, and that gets you back to the main hall. There's less traffic that way, so we're always going to exit You might want to get used to trying to come down that way too. That way you don't have all the people who are trying to get into the Spanish classes over here on the side. Okay. Monday. Monday is a holiday. You won't be here, but you will still have assignments. So using your phone or a Chromebook or a computer at home, you'll need to still log in and look to see what you have to do. Okay. Because we're not going to be a week behind everybody. And that's what's going to happen whenever we have holidays like that. Okay. Everybody kind of done that? Let's move along. Now, this is going to be a remind. We need to get to the one for 7th period. If you have the Remind app, you can go in to join my class. If you have not already, this will actually be your code, but you can text to this number or this number. This is the number that goes with this. And then you tap that at the body of the text, like what you're telling them. Okay? Or just open the Remind, and sometimes there's a join the class, and then that's your code, join the class. I'll also have this in your Google Classroom. So those who haven't done that, if you can't see this online, if you want to, you can look in the Google Classroom, because some of you have already joined Google Classroom. And there is one, I want to say it's number 4 or 5 of assignments that's Remind. It has the code. Got it? Working? If I get in the way, let me know. If I cast a shadow, let me know. I don't use Remind tons, but remember, Remind is a place you can ask questions. I will try to send out reminders just saying, hey, don't forget to make sure all your work's done. Go back and check, right? That'll be one of the things that I will do. Sometimes we use it to communicate other things that are going on. Okay. All right. So everybody's familiar with Infinite Campus? Okay. Infinite Campus is where you can check your attendance and where you can check your grades. This is in the syllabus, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you. If you're missing an assignment, I put an M in, right? There's an M inside where the grade would go. If I put an M for missing, your average, it's figuring it as a 0. So if your average was a 90 and all of a sudden it drops to a 70, look to see if you're missing an assignment, right? Because that would be why, okay? The other thing is attendance will count. I realize you're not coming that often right now, but if you have to be out, please bring an excuse. Get your parents to write a note, or you write it and hand it to them to sign, okay? But get a note, and then you turn it in at the attendance office, because you don't have a homeroom every day, you know? You turn it in at attendance, and then it will be excused, okay? If you hit 11 unexcused absences, so you got 10, and then you hit one more and hit 11, you automatically fail any class in high school. So you don't want to get there, okay? So if you go to the dentist or the doctor regularly, anything like that, right? Just be sure you get those notes and turn them in, all right? Okay, Infinite Campus, though. All right, Google Classroom, go back to the waffle. Click it, and you'll go to Classroom, right? I know you have done that today. You'll click the plus sign to join. There'll be a place for a code, right? Everybody with me there before I move on? We'll go get our code now for 7th period. There you go. Okay. You are joining. You'll get to see what the people online have been seeing. All right. I'm going to get off of this slide for just a minute now. Is everybody's in? Yes. And so, 6, 7, go. That's what it should look like, right? Okay. Now, this page that you go to is what they call the stream. What you want to do is just think about the fact it's a conversation. It's where you can post comments back and forth. We can talk to each other. I can post announcements, whatever. Everything that's work is under classwork, and that's where you have to go to find your work. Okay? And right there, you should see, right? That's our week of. And if you've already been in a classroom, you've seen. And we're going to do everything week of September 7th through the, 9th or 10th, whatever. I mean, every week that's how. And the idea is to help us and you stay organized on where work goes, which week. So look at this and you'll see that's the slideshow that I've been showing you. There's where you sent the email. There's where you sent the text message. There's where we just did remind. So see, it's all in there. Okay. Now we're up to this 6 student survey. Please click 6 and take the student survey if you have not already done so. Click right down below. Looks like that. And you will fill it in. Skill, yes, please do school email. I'm going to take a drink of water. With water fountains closed, and you might get thirsty, if you have some type of refillable, whether it's like this, something that you can put water in. You see back there in the back, next to the pencil sharpener, we have a Brita that we're going to keep with water that you can come fill up, okay, so that you can get water. So to complete the student survey, once we finish the student survey, we will go to number 7, which is the syllabus. We will read through it. I'll hit the highlights. You're to read it, though. You will have a Google form that you sign saying that you've read it. And there's one for your parents. It's in here, or it's also on our Google site. We'll get to that in a little bit, but I can show you where it's at again for your parents to say, yes, they saw the syllabus. And that way, if you have any questions, you can let me know, okay? I know there's quite a few questions on that. Is it doing?
Yeah. Just change the
Ah.
Yes, yes. Look, you have your phone numbers.
I need to like know, but
Yeah.
I don't know my parents' phone number. I can remember the house number we had growing up. They changed it. When I was like in my early 20s, but I still know that phone number exactly.
Oh yeah, I know mine from my childhood growing up, but
You gotta give it out all the time.
yeah,
And now you can just,
now
somebody.
you don't even see it. You see their name, that's their name. We have no visual memory of phone numbers anymore. That is true. I know some of this information seems like we're asking the same question over and over a few times. I apologize. But the goal is to make sure we have it in a couple of places so that if we go 100% virtual for any reason, if they had to close the schools down, we can contact you and you can contact us. So that's what all of this is about, okay? I'm just going to go ahead just to put this open. Yes. We'll ask you in a little bit if everybody knows what bus that. Help you figure out what bus. Give us just a few minutes. We have people finishing, they're doing their surveys before I move forward, okay? So. Yes. Well, y'all are typing. I'm just going to show for those who are online. You'll look at 7, the syllabus. Here's a place for your parents. Right here, it says parent guardian, they'll sign. This is where you will sign that you have read this. We're actually going to be in this one right here. It says syllabus 2021, read 180. That's the one we're going to open to read in just a minute. Am I not presenting?
I realized that. I was like, oh, she showed me.
Oh. You're right. Okay. Well, I'm showing it up there too.
Yeah, I thought.
I can show it there too. I thought I had. Sorry, people. No. So, go. So we were here. Then we go to the read 180. Clicked it, and there it is. Okay. I'm not rushing. If you guys are still working, go ahead and finish it. Okay. I'm just opening it up for them to find. This is why I have you on this stone so that you can help me go, oh, yes.
I was like, you're showing them like, what's up? Oh, she didn't present.
Yep. Now I had it sitting here to click on present. It was sitting there just waiting for us to start.
Of course. Didn't record it earlier today.
Yep. Earlier the recording went crazy. Now we're present. This is not presented. That might make everybody's life easier. I can't see that, Ms. Hall. Okay. Finished? Finished? No. Okay. You're just thinking. Ah. Okay.
I don't know, so I thought.
That's fine. You know, that's cool. I get it.
You know, is it because you read so many books you just can't remember?
No.
I think those are issues. We read so many. Like,
Yeah. What is the last book I read? I don't know. I've got like 3 sitting at the house. A couple off of this shelf going on. One on my Kindle.
The last book I read was Curious George, something about tools.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Because your little one would like that one.
Yes. Curious George and tools.
Whereas, you know, my baby is sending me articles on the election in Belarus about, you know, anyway. Okay. And that's okay. If you can't remember, yes, I don't know, it's fine. It's kind of a get to know you and where you're at with you know. Yeah, for just a minute. I was like wide awake at about 4 this morning. I normally get up at 5, but it was 4, and I was awake. I'm not going back to sleep, am I? Thinking of all the stuff to do. Okay, so I'm going to start kind of going through the syllabus. If you're still finishing, you can finish up. But the opening of the syllabus just has right here, you can see class times, again, contact that we've been doing, how to get in touch with us. The next section here is the class expectations. This year is going to be different, right? It's different than normal. So just understand up front. The only thing I can promise you is that it's going to be different. And it may very well change. 2 weeks from now, we might decide we need to all go home. 2 weeks from now, they might decide to do something different, right? I mean, you know, I live up outside of Chattanooga. They've been in school for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And this week, they're actually going back to 5 days a week, everybody there. They were doing something like us. So you just don't know, right? Okay. And that's what this says. I'm letting you know that anything posted in Google Sites, Google Classroom, the Bitmoji Classroom, any other location or document may be changed without notice. The only thing I will say is if I make a change, I'll tell you, hey, we changed this, okay? Hopefully changes would be getting back to normal, everyone here, and we do not have the social distance kind of changes. Currently, it's more likely to go in the other direction. We could find ourselves working from home. So I'm just, be prepared, okay? Grades. We will not have another time period like last spring, where students were not held as accountable for schoolwork. At this point, all grades will count, no matter where we're at, whether we're in school or at home, okay? Grades in this class, you will have assessments. That is some way of us testing to kind of see what you know. You will have writing, that's composition, and you will have classwork, okay? Classwork, a big part of that grade in here is going to be getting on that software I was telling you about. Now, again, we don't have the subscription yet. We'll get it in a couple of weeks, okay? Once we get on, though, you will be responsible to put in a certain amount of time. Spells it out in here. That is a grade that counts for your attendance and everything. I mean, that's an important grade. And I can literally see online what time you got on, when you got off, how long you were on. If you turned it on and you walked away and went to the bathroom and left it sitting, it'll tell me that it was sitting idle. Okay? So just understand, that's how we get the grade for it. Okay? All right. So letting you know. Now, since grades count, I put this in here, right here, this section. If you are online, your virtual students, you have got to set yourselves a routine. Okay? So virtual students need a routine. But those of you who come to school also need a routine. I know. But understand, today, I don't know how much work you've been given, but on any normal week, we're doing an hour and a half here. You're going to have another 2 hours of work to do at home. Per class. In every class, required by Whitfield County. It's going to be required. You'll have to. Every class, we have to show that you're doing 2 to 4 hours of work. Okay? So when you leave on Monday, ideally go home, rest, relax, whatever if you can. But tomorrow on Tuesday, for those of you who would not come to school on Tuesday, you need to take your phone and in your calendar, say, do all my homework, and set a time so it'll pop up on your phone and tell you. And then you go sit down and get all of your work done. Because when you come to class on Wednesday, you are all attending different classes who are also all going to give you 2 hours of homework. And so on Thursday, you want to be doing Wednesday's work. Does that make sense? If you can do all of Monday's work on Tuesday, and if you can do all of Wednesday's work on Thursday, you have no homework to do over the weekend. That would be nice, right? Otherwise, you don't want to be Sunday going, oh my gosh, I've got to get all my homework done. and then be sitting there for 10 hours trying to get all of your work done. Because it could be that, it could take you that long. You've got to read things, answer questions about it, make something, you know, right? I mean, all of your classes could have different assignments that you're going to have to do, right? So I'm telling you now to make your life easier that you need to build it in. I'm at school one day, I work a day. Just like I would tell all of the students who are at home doing virtual to make a schedule. Maybe try to do all math on one day and all science on one day, right? Pick something and make sure that they're getting it so that they also can have the weekend free by the time they get to the weekend, right? Okay, so I put that in here. All right, be aware, those of you who are here, if you turn in an actual sheet of paper for homework, just something, I don't know, I'm gonna grab one, something, right, that you had to fill out, you turn it in, you will put it in a box at the back of the room. It'll have to sit there for 72 hours just to make sure there's no little journeys on it. So it means I won't get it graded as quickly, okay? And so if at some point, you know, we're doing grades and you see that you're missing an assignment, I might not have put it in, but there's no grade there, okay? You know, you'll have to say, hey, Miss Hall, I noticed there's no grade there. And I'll say, did you turn it in digitally or in hand? I said, I handed you, I put it in the box, okay? And then I can let you know I haven't graded it yet. Because it might take me, it'll take me 2 or 3 days before I get it. Okay? Just letting you know. Okay. Also, if you do not turn in an assignment and it's missing in Infinite Campus, it gets the letter M. That actually is a 0 when it figures up the averages. So averages will drop if you have an M in there. Okay? So stay on top of it. That's not just for me. That's how Infinite Campus works for all classes. Okay? All right. A few more things and we'll be finished with this. Assignments. All assignments are going to be posted in Google Classroom. There's a calendar that's going to be on our Google site. There's some places where parents can check on that. I explained all of this. We will do these Google Meets live. So if we all go home, then I will be doing this just like I'm recording now, but it would just be me alone because you wouldn't be here with me. Okay? But we would be doing that. All right. Course description. This talks about the subscription that we're going to get, the online subscription to do the Read 180 program. You'll be doing 15 to 20 minutes active online per week. We'll do one in class with me. If you are, when you're here on Wednesday or Thursday, if you do not go to the Afternoon Career Academy, you will have what's called Tools for College Success class. It is a class where you have access to the computers, and in it you will do Membeam, which is a vocabulary program for your English class, and you will get to do this. And you can log in and get a few more minutes of it done. But you'll still have some that you're going to have to do at home. Okay? All right. Notice, you're going to want headphones with earbuds and a microphone, or you'll be using my headphones back there. Because this program at times is going to read something to you, then it's going to ask you to read something. Or it may ask you to, come in. It's just right behind you. Here we go.
Books.
Books, yes. Books. Just, why don't you set them the closest, yeah.
Green thing.
Thank you. Okay. Interruption in class, those who are virtual, we have somebody dropping stuff off for us. You're going to want headphones or some type of earbuds with a mic because you're going to record yourself. Okay. If you're in class, you can use mine. I have some of them that are good, some that are better. But otherwise, if you have your own, you can use those. They just have to do, because I'll be listening to the recordings. So I have to be able to hear you. Okay? So, all right. That, I know, that works. Okay, so we will be reading out our workbook. We will look at other informational text we may bring in. We will do some writing. We will have those that creative and analysis kind of writing. We'll do some grammar. We will be reading books. We'll have vocabulary. Supplies that I suggest for those of you who are attending class. If you have one notebook, it's probably good for all of your classes. You just want, and there they are, maybe some dividers. So you can have a section for science, a section for math, a section for English or something like that, and one of these, and that way it's not as heavy as carrying 7 composition books. Okay? Other things I suggest, you might want to have your own little pair of scissors and either colored pencils or highlighters, you know, kind of things, because I have some, you can share them, but then I will put them in a Ziploc baggie to let them, you know, decontaminate. We're just required to do that. We'll have to set everything aside. So, if you're asked those things. Discipline policy during class. If we're having any problem, I don't expect to, I rarely ever do, but usually verbally it's just a, hey, get back with us, where you at, you know, whatever, what's going on, right? There's a verbal, I talk to you. Next, I've got it posted up here. If it's a problem, it's the same problem, I'll write your name, we talk after class. Third, if I have to, then I talk to your parents. Actually, a lot of times I let you talk to your parents because we use your phone. You call or text your parents while I'm standing there and we have a conversation together with them. Okay? And fourth, then is an office referral. So, plagiarism is also here. There will not be tolerated. Plagiarism is when you copy and paste and pretend that you answer that question yourself. Attendance. I said this earlier. Right? 10 unexcused absences. You hit 11 unexcused, you automatically fail a class. Make sure you get notes. Tardies also count. If you're tardy, a couple of times you go see the assistant principal, Miss Grant. She gives you a warning. She's also the one who does dress code things. So, but then she can send you to ISS. I think it's 5 tardies equals 1 absence against you. So just be on time to classes. We're usually pretty flexible for 9th graders having to learn their way around the building the first week or so. Okay. So, all right. My hope is we will have a safe and happy year. So that's what I say here last. Okay. We need each other to be successful, and we're going to have to work to communicate. So then it says to sign. If you will go back into the classroom, you have right there a form. Student 2021 syllabus Google form. Click that, sign saying that you have read through it. And out beside it is the one you would have your parents to do if they do it here or if they do it on my Google site, which you'll notice is posted right down here at the bottom. You will go to it in just a minute. Okay. Do those. I will move through. There was the survey you did. There's the syllabus we just did. Now we will be looking at I know this is all boring. I wish it wasn't so boring, but it's just all the stuff we always have to do first day, syllabus and things. All right, if you're here, go to, you see where it says no ready, and there's the code there, use that one. Click. I have given you you'll click and go to no ready. You sign in with Google, and you use the code that's here. So you might want to copy and paste, but the code is Bizarre Moon 33. I'm actually going to pull it up a little bigger for you. Okay? No ready. So click. There's no ready. And that's all right. It's taking me straight to the diagnostic. That's why I can't show it to you because I've already logged in.
So,
Type in no red each.
and then you'll type in that crazy
Yes,
code name.
and it is that one right there.
Bizarre.
Bizarre Moon 33. I'm going to make this ready to be done.
And then you will sign up and just sign up with Google.
And then there's actually something to do there, but I want you to wait. So don't click out of it. Just leave it. We'll go back over to and finish up with our slideshow before you do that assignment, okay? But just get signed in. Bizarre, B-I-Z-A-R-R. I think so. Bizarre space moon space 33. Yes.
All right, so go to a new tab. Type in no ready. Hit .com in there.
We had one person earlier who was having a hard time getting them to take it. He finally got out and got back into.
All right, so sign up.
So if you have a problem with it, just go back out and go back in, okay?
You still ain't take it. Try it without the spaces. Do that. And that number 33.
Yeah, I had to have Zachary get all the way out, and then he got it in. And I think it had to have the spaces on his when you did it.
Google.
It's on the.
Okay.
ARRE. Just exit out and try it all again.
Yeah, that's, I think what you did earlier, I made you go get on Moonbeam and then come back and you're able to do it. Okay. Okay. We're going to just finish this little bit up and then you'll actually be in No Ready doing something. So, the last slide here says resources, and what it goes with is the section in your, there's a section of resources listed in your Google Classroom. So we've already gone through the syllabus. There's a resources. It'll be at the bottom right now. It's maybe on the top of the page. It might be kind of in the middle. I'll be moving it to the bottom. All of our assignments will be on top. Okay. There's some sites for you to go to and look around. This one right here is our particular site for we have a web page for our classes, okay, which I'm about to take you to and show you. Your syllabus is posted on there, and that's also where your parents can fill out the form if they would like to, that they see the syllabus, okay? And that is right here.
On Google.
This is our Google site. Okay, I need to go back. I haven't moved it. That's the one. Sorry. Bizarre Moon, right? Got it. Get it in. Okay. All right. So Google Class. This is our site we created. There's Miss Stone and myself. Information about us. There's a letter here your parents can read. Okay. This is a bunch of resources. All of these are links that will take you somewhere. We also have over here our class schedule. Okay. Contact information. You can go to our Read 180. And you go there. There's our little Bitmoji classroom. Our welcome. And you see these calendars? What will happen is if you start having assignments that you need to do, they will post in here once they're due. They'll be posting in there. And your parents can click on the link that they need to see what you're doing, what they can work on. Here's the syllabus for your parents to read. There's the sign, again, the form saying that they see it. Okay. For those who are virtual learners, here's the virtual learning expectations. And then we have, I'm not going to click this because I already got it open. But there's this. If we go back to digital learning, everyone's at home. Here is a page on how to do. That's pre-K through 5 with videos. Here's middle and high school with videos. Additional help. This is available. We also have you know what? Did I close it? Yes. The school also put this together for you. It was a virtual open house. Normally, ninth graders come one night before school gets started, and we take you on tours. Your parents are learning about it. You're all kids. You get to tour the building. You get to ask questions. You get to meet your teachers and things. We didn't get to do that. So we created this. Welcome to the Southeast Open House. You start here. You have some information. That's the principal. A letter from her. This is us starting school. And the mask up that you would have watched this morning, the mask up Raiders little thing. What would our day look like? This can take you around the building. So it actually helps you see different, it's a tour of the building. This is a code for your parents to do. It's an information for them to fill in. This is that first day, this morning, all the stuff, all the pieces of paper you were given, it's all here. So student information, free and reduced lunch. the little discipline handbook, right? I mean, everything was in here. You can find it and fill out. Your parents can fill out online. Okay. Reminds for your parents, right? But this is also places where, you know, we might talk about things that are going on with the school, as far as some of the things that are going on, like homecoming. This says virtually meet your teachers, okay? So all of these are all the different, like this is English teachers. You go down to math or whatever, and if you look, there's mine, and if you click it, it's what I just showed you, our website, okay? So they're listed there as well. And I'm going to make sure that is also posted in the Google Classroom. I'm not sure I have. Okay, syllabus. So if we're back in Google Classroom real quick, there's that research. Yeah, there's the open house resources, the digital learning I showed you. This is really important. You might want to sometime make sure you know how to do a split screen on a computer. It will make your life much easier if you can open one page and have reading, and out beside it have the questions or what they want you to do. Read Write is an extension that you can activate that will read things to you. And these are tutorials on how to do things. All right. That gets us through pretty much most of everything. Now, I'm going to ask that my in-class students are going to continue to, you're going to go back into the Know Ready, and there's a little thing, an assignment for you to do. So I'd like for you to do that now, okay? And then we will have that finished. As far as anybody virtually, just understanding that is what we were covering today. We will be having some things posted. Oh, well, while I'm on, should I show how to use the notebook? The digital binder, or do I save that for Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, because there's no Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our Google Meet next week, one of the things you're going to do is all of your work is going to be in what we call a digital binder. We've got this neat little created. It actually looks like a little notebook with tabs, and each of the different tabs is where you will post different assignments. Okay, and so we will look over that. So, for those of you who are with us, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening. Stay on top of things. You have all the contacts in which to contact us. Please use those with any questions. Lastly, on Fridays, we know what else is here at the school. At 1 o'clock, we will do a live Google Meet that anybody can get in as far as any students with any questions. It'll start at 1 o'clock. We will post that. So if you're wondering what else to do, what do you need to do, any questions, please post. Join us there. We'll keep it open for about 10 minutes. If nobody joins, then we will be closing that down then. We won't keep it open indefinitely. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. You're going to take care of recording, right?